Alright guys, today I'm going to show you exactly how I create those viral survival chance crash test videos in BeamNG.drive from absolute zero. We're going to start from installing the game, setting everything up correctly, installing the map, adding crash test dummies, creating realistic crashes, comparing survival chances, and finally editing everything inside CapCut. By the end of this video, you'll be able to create professional-looking crash test content completely by yourself. Let's get started. Installing the game. First things first, you obviously need BeamNG.drive installed. If you don't have it yet, simply download it from Steam and install it normally. Once the installation is complete, launch the game for the first time. First, launch settings. Now, before creating any crash tests, we need to configure the game properly. Go into settings. The first thing I recommend is switching all measurements to metric. This makes speed appear in kilometers per hour, which looks much more realistic for crash test videos. Next, go to graphics settings. Set the quality as high as your computer can handle. Higher graphics means better reflections, better lighting, better vehicle damage, and much better looking videos overall. Installing the crash test map. Now let's install the map we're going to use. Today I'm using Car Jump Arena Beta 4 version 1.7.02. This map is perfect because it gives us a clean environment for testing vehicle safety and survival chances. Once installed, simply launch the map and load into the arena. First, basic crash test. Before creating advanced videos, let's do a simple test. Pick any vehicle you want. Drive straight into a wall and watch how the vehicle deforms. This helps us understand how BeamNG's damage system works. Every impact changes depending on speed, weight, angle, suspension, and vehicle design. And that's exactly why BeamNG.drive is so popular. Adding obstacles. Now let's make things more interesting. Open the world editor and start placing obstacles on the map. Concrete barriers, walls, blocks, anything that can create a realistic collision. The goal is to build a crash test environment that looks like a real safety laboratory. High-speed test. Now we're going to repeat the test, but this time we're using higher speeds. Watch how the damage becomes much more severe. At lower speeds, vehicles may survive. At higher speeds, survival chances quickly drop. Installing a real car. Now let's add a more realistic vehicle. Today I'm using a Kia Sportage. After installing the mod, load the vehicle into the map and make sure everything works correctly. This is where the videos start looking much more realistic. Installing Crash Test Dummies. Now comes one of the most important parts. Crash Test Dummies. Without them, crashes feel empty. With them, you can actually see what happens to the occupants during impact. Install the dummy mod and place one in the driver's seat. You can also place additional dummies in the rear seats to simulate passengers. This instantly makes your videos look far more professional. Recording the Kia crash test. Now let's perform the first real crash test. Drive the Kia Sportage into the obstacle at high speed. Pay attention to the cabin deformation. Watch the doors, watch the dummies, watch how the occupants move inside the vehicle. This information will help us estimate the survival chance later. Comparing with another vehicle. Now let's compare the results with a different vehicle. Today I'm using the Porsche Turbo S. Before the test, take a look around the vehicle. Check the interior. Check the build quality. And now let's run the exact same crash test. Porsche crash test. Immediately you can see a difference. The structure remains much stronger. The cabin experiences less deformation. The dummies remain in a safer position. This is exactly why vehicle comparisons are so interesting. Two crashes, same speed, completely different results. Survival chance analysis. Now we can estimate the survival chances. The Kia Sportage suffered catastrophic damage. In a real-world scenario, survival chances would be extremely low. Meanwhile, the Porsche Turbo S protected the occupants much better. This is why survival chance videos are so engaging. People love seeing how different vehicles perform under identical conditions. Editing inside CapCut. Now let's turn the raw footage into a viral video. Open CapCut and import all your clips. Start by trimming unnecessary sections. Keep only the important moments. The faster the pacing, the better the viewer retention. Adding vehicle images. Now add PNG images of the vehicles. Remove the background if necessary. Position them clearly on screen so viewers instantly recognize the cars. Next, add large readable text. Vehicle names, speed, survival percentages. Keep everything simple and easy to read. The goal is to communicate information in less than 1 second. Sound effects. Now, let's improve the audio. First, try an incorrect sound effect. Notice how strange it feels. Now replace it with a realistic crash impact sound. The difference is huge. Good sound design makes crashes feel much more powerful. Adding check marks and fails. Next, add visual indicators. A green check mark for vehicles that perform well, a red X for vehicles that fail the test. This makes the results instantly understandable. AI voiceover. Now, let's add AI narration. I usually generate simple voice lines like Kia Sportage, Porsche Turbo S. Short voice clips make the video feel much more professional. Adding the thumbnail.
Kia Sportage. Porsche Turbo S. Kia Sportage.
Finally, create an eye-catching thumbnail. A strong thumbnail can easily double or triple your click-through rate. Use bright colors, large text, vehicle images, and dramatic crash scenes. Export settings. Once everything looks good, it's time to export. I recommend 1080p 60fps H.264, high bitrate. These settings provide excellent quality while keeping file sizes manageable. Outro. And that's it. You now know exactly how to create survival chance crash test videos in BeamNG.drive from start to finish. From installing the game, to building the crash test, to editing the final video. If this tutorial helped you, subscribe, and let me know what vehicle comparison you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.